Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Cigar Spotlight with Appleton Cigars. My name is Andrew, and the first thing we need to do today is talk about our last vendor night. Anyone who didn't make it out to the shop for Aganorsa Leaf missed out big time. We had Fabian and Josh giving away prizes. Someone bought a giant Kringle donut for everyone to have. Fabian explained Aganorsa's fermenting process all the way from seed to cigar. We had Cedar Ridge's Whiskey giving out samples of their whole line of whiskeys. My favorite part was the fumas testing. Fabian gave out fumas, which are single tobacco leaves, for you to smoke one at a time. That way you could experience firsthand how cigar makers come up with their different blends. It was such a good time with so much to experience and learn about. If you were there, you know what I'm talking about. But if you missed that amazing night, the only thing you can do now is to make sure you don't miss out on the next vendor night, which is Thursday, April 3rd with Green Bay's own Lovely Cigars. They're an up-and-coming boutique brand revitalizing some legendary hometown cigar history. There'll be more buy some, get some deals and a raffle at the end of the night for some great Lovely prizes. Now, at the foundation of Lovely is Green Bay's rich history in the cigar industry. Green Bay was a major cigar market in as early as the late 19th century and made handmade cigars as late as the 1960s before succumbing to the modern cigar markets and trends. One of the biggest Green Bay brands was a company called Ain't They Lovely, and when Green Bay natives Mike Genn, Keith Arquette, and Dylan Massey had a dream to start their own cigar brand, they would come to realize they wanted to resurrect the Lovely name to pay homage to the area's noteworthy contributions to the cigar history, 120 years in the making. For this cigar spotlight, I'm smoking Lovely's signature line, the Elegante. It's wrapped in an Ecuadorian Habano leaf, a Mexican binder with Nicaraguan fillers. Mine is a Toro Vitola, a 6x52, and it runs around $12 to $14. Write-ups say tasting notes should include creamy coffee, cedar, and spice. It's supposed to be a more medium-bodied cigar. Most of the cigars I've smoked for the cigar spotlight have been medium full to full-body cigars, so for me, this turned out to be a welcome change I didn't know I was looking for. But before we light up, let's take a look at the cigar construction. I read it fittingly described as a milk chocolate color. The wrapper isn't very toothy or veiny, but I would say the timeless design of the band combined with the cloth footband definitely brings an elegant look. Now on with the show. The best way I can describe Lovely's Elegante is that it's for the smoker that only wants to dip their toe in the flavor profile of dark and savory. The Elegante is a less punishing cigar, offering more balance and restraint than some more recent cigar spotlights, while still offering some good complex flavors. The light-up is robust with flavors, the more prominent being an earthy coffee with a little grassiness, like a dark hay. Behind those more prominent flavors, there's a little pepper and a little nuttiness, like a smooth vanilla almond. If I could add some new cigar attributes that I learned from Fabian from the Aganorsa night, the cigar is a bit more horizontal than vertical, as I felt the saliva come from the inside of my cheeks. And there's even some sweetness that seemed like it was in the aroma of the smoke. The draw is really easy throughout, which was a welcome change after having a little trouble with the Cerberus last time. The ash is flaky and layered, and happened to be the longest ash I've had in a while. The burn isn't razor straight, but it has a good edge all the way around. Now the first third settles into more of an even split between the dark coffee hay and the vanilla almondiness, with about the same amount of pepper as light up. Everything has a bit of a creaminess mixing with the slightly sweet aroma. The Retrohale is a mix of typical spicy Habano and a bit of that coffee savoriness from the light up, still medium in strength though. The second third continues to see the savory flavors recede, being taken over by the Habano flavors of spice, tobacco, and a little pepper. But I was pleased it still retained a good amount of that creaminess to all the flavors. The same goes for the Retrohale that's pretty much all cooking spice Habano by now. The burn is still decently straight, and I didn't have to touch it up through the whole smoke. The final third was a bit of a ramp up in the spices and pepper as it gets a little hotter at the end of the smoke. Overall, I really enjoyed the ease of the smoke while taking in the complex flavors it had to offer, especially in the first half of the cigar. If anything, I only wish those flavors might have lasted even longer. But consequently, the cigar serves as a great bridge for anyone looking to delve into some darker cigars without taking the full plunge. Anyone looking to venture out beyond their usual Connecticut's and shades should definitely give Lovely's Elegante a try. So that'll do it for this month's Cigar Spotlight here at Appleton Cigars. Be sure to come out April 3rd and show some support for a local boutique with some serious cigar crafting chops. This has been Andrew with Appleton Cigars. Keep it smoky, and I'll see you next time.